Hello everyone, we're back with chess pattern number 14, the attacking pattern number 14. The Queen's Silent Kiss. funny name, but yeah. So the point here is that the Queen in this position, for example, comes to comes to f6 or h6 and delivers the deadly blow to the Black King. So one thing to remember are both of these squares, super important, and how the pattern plays out, either Queen h6 or Queen f6, depending on circumstances. So let's take a look at this sample game to better understand what we mean here. So we have a Siciliano. This shows an attack, and this is a bit of a rare variation. All of this is standard. Here, very important, you don't take, because then Queen takes b3. You play b4 first because the knight is lost anyway. And the rook gets lifted, but don't move it here because you lose the queen. So now comes rook g1, trying perhaps to open up with g4. Not now, of course, but in the future perhaps. And now the queen finally moves, allowing this rook to move. White, of course, doesn't care about the queen side, is going for a full-on attack. And now we get to see the pattern, but now instead of the rook being on g1, which is more usual, we get to see it with a lifted rook. So that's why I included this game. Rook a1 came here, trying to deliver a checkmate, but the bishop is there to protect. So like usually there would be like this kind of check, and for example this check, which would be very annoying, at least giving a perpetual, but here it doesn't work. So this occurred, and now rook h3 is the final nail in the coffin. This cannot be stopped, and then we get to see actually one of these a similar pattern to the queen takes h supporters, which is after taking. I mean, you don't take. Like let's say black plays bishop c8, you play bishop. No, actually, okay, guys. Bishop d7, you take here. They go here. You go bishop check, closing off the escape square. They have to play this, then queen h8 would be made. That was the point I was trying to make. So yeah, very brilliant display of this pattern. And what's funny here is that it occurred with a lifted rook. So not a rook here. It occurred with a lifted rook, but the point stands about the h6 and f6 squares. So now for our test, we'll take a look at the game between a very low rated Carlsen and a very low rated Maxime. So this game occurred way back in their youth, and this is very nice by Carlsen. So Carlsen here, ever the aggressive player, trying to go for this. He takes, and now this occurs, and now comes bishop b7. So black has put some hurdle in front of the rook g1 move. Would you still play it here, or would you not? Pause the video and try to figure that out. So the answer is that yes, you would play it. So let's take a look at why, even after bishop takes f3 check, that remains a possibility. So rook g1, and now bishop takes f3 check. Knight takes wait. So rook g1, bishop takes f3 check. Now knight takes f3, picking up the bishop, but still losing this. But now queen here, and you'd think you're losing the rook, which would mean you're losing the queen. So after bishop takes g1, you better have a good follow-up, and Carlsen does with queen g5, threatening this. And these are a lot of attacking pieces. 3 against like half or 1. So usually that's either a very strong attack or a completely winning one. Remember the rule, which is that you have to count the number of attackers on the king side and subtract from that the number of defenders on the king side. If that number comes out to 2, that means that white has or the attacking side has a very, very strong attack. If it comes out to 3, it's a mate. If it comes out to 1, usually you don't have enough firepower. Here it's either 2 or 3, so this is a very promising attack. Queen c6, adding pressure here, and now kind of removing an attacking piece, but now comes knight e4, adding another attacking piece. Queen f6, but now you take. and here you are down. Here you're playing three minor pieces against the two rooks, which is like, I don't know theoretically what Larry Kaufman would say about this, but if you go by the points value, then that would be 9 against 10, so the two rooks are better. But of course, having 3 coordinated minor pieces is better. Now, of course, white is also down a pawn, so it kind of evens out, but white is still a bit better because these pieces are so strong and they have such great squares. So yeah, definitely white is better here. And we'll take a look at how Carlsen finished off. Gets the king into the game, ever the endgame magician, and gets a knight on a strong square. And now it's just 2 minor pieces, and he gets a very nice tactic in, aiming to go queen takes f6, which would just end the game after pawn takes. Yeah, so very brilliant game by Carlsen, actually. Insisted on the attack and got it through. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you learned a thing or two about this very, very important pattern, the Queen's Silent Kiss. I hope you don't forget that pattern, especially because of its name. Alright, with that guys, thanks for watching, take care.